have so many photos. I take them, yeah, these are not Bernie, but that's one of my favorite pictures. Who's this? So this is the wedding, and my daughters were my bridesmaids, and Davy walked me down the aisle. I was calm and happy and content and excited for the future. I've been married 27 years, and the next president of the United States is my running mate, Bernie Sanders. Here he is playing with Dave.
Oh my goodness, with the swords.
With the swords.
Now this is a side
swords
of Bernie Sanders no one gets to see.
Right. It's a side we all really love.
Jane has worked with me. She's not only been a wife, but a colleague for many, many years.
Now, how did you and your husband meet?
I was a community organizer in Burlington, and there was a mayor that was running for his 5th term, and we had a meeting with the mayor. And so I started to stand up and say, well, what about this? And do follow-up questions. And the mayor said, now you sound like Bernie Sanders. And I said, let's organize a debate. So that was the first time I saw him. And he spoke, and it was unbelievable. I just felt that he embodied everything I believed. And I was on board right away. He understood what my concerns were as a single mom at that point, and worrying about childcare, worrying about the cost of housing, worrying about how am I ever going to send the kids to college. He just seemed to understand the reality of people's lives.
And for the vast majority of the American people, we wonder why in God's name we should be giving out millions of dollars in bonuses to wealthy CEOs.
Maybe, just maybe, something is wrong when almost all of the new income is going to the top 1%.
Your dad, he was in and out of the hospital, and you say at a point where your brother was able to pay for him to get better health care, that was a moment that your social consciousness was born.
Yeah.
How so?
He was ill every year and in and out of the hospital. Well, my brother, he became a world-class equestrian. He had money that, we never had. The next time my father got sick, he went to the hospital. He said, I want every test done. And he wasn't in the hospital again for the next, I think, 11 years. Now, how fair is that? It just doesn't seem right. I mean, if we had had money when I was 2.5, he would have been home.
UK, they guarantee health care to all of their people. Germany does it, France does it, Scandinavia does it. Every major country on earth does it except us. And that is why I strongly believe in a Medicare for all single pay program.
1966, I believe you said it was a year that pushed you away from the church.
I was in Catholic Girls High School. My brother died, and it was so unexpected and so unfair. It made me question, why would a God do that? I pretty much turned away and just questioned my belief in God. A couple of years later, I was walking home. It started to snow, and I just felt good, and I just felt a presence. And then that period was over. I've never told anybody that.
In most offices, there's just one desk, just for the candidate, the person who's running, but in Bernie's office, there are 2 desks.
We just think when we're both in the campaign office together, we're going to want to talk.
How do you balance being the political advisor and being a wife?
I think since it's always been that way from the beginning of our relationship, it's not hard to balance. We've always talked issues. We've always creatively solved things together.
You have Bernie's ear like few others. When the Black Lives Matter, they became disruptive during one of his campaign events.
If you do not listen to her, your event will be shut down right now.
You whispered something into his ear. Can you share with us what that might have been?
I suggested at some point, I said, well, we should go out and talk to the crowd. We shouldn't just leave. But I thought, you know, all these people came out to see us. Let's go see them.
So you kind of wear a number of hats. What best fits your role now? What best describes your role?
Wife, everythinger, whatever he needs at the time. I mean, that's always been the case, but we have a relationship that's a working relationship. That's what we share. We share our kids, our grandkids. Good job. I'm definitely more people-oriented. He's more policy-oriented. He is fast-paced, get to the point, you know, in conversations. Small talk is not something he wants to do.
If we are going to transform America and deal with the issues that face us all across this country, millions of people are going to have to stand up and say loudly and clearly, enough is enough.
Politics aside, why do you love Bernie Sanders?
He is honest and sincere. You can count on him. I mean, we got married in 1988. I had 3 teenage children. Not once did he question having to send them all to college, not once. I admire him and I respect him, and I'm still impressed by him. He's my best friend.